Well, holy flippity flip flop flapping smokes, everyone. We have just got some new alarming news about the new trend, or should I say, the trend that is getting worse in the US. Walmart has warned that theft is getting worse and it's going to lead to price hikes and there's going to be more and more store closures. We're already seeing the retail apocalypse happening across the US and really throughout all the developed countries, because theft is getting worse and worse. And a lot of these people, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They'll walk into these stores in broad daylight, have big, huge garbage bags, just take whatever they want, and they'll just get a slap on the wrist. And even the police are admitting that the situation is getting much, much worse. They simply don't have the resources to catch and prosecute everyone. So of course, because of this, us law-abiding citizens are now going to have to pay for this with higher and higher prices. So everyone, this is a very important story right now. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data. Okay, look at this, everyone. Like I warned, this new headline today: rising theft at Walmart could lead to price jumps and also store closures, CEO says. So let's have a listen to this interview that he did with CNBC on this huge issue.
One of the issues we hear all the retailers talk about is what's happening with theft, with shrinkage, stuff that walks out the door. I've spoken with other retailers who have said this is a national issue, a state issue, a city-wide issue. Laws matter where these things aren't prosecuted. What's it mean to the bottom line? What would you like to see people in Washington and elsewhere do about it?
Yeah, theft is an issue. It's higher than what it's historically been, and we've got safety measures, security measures that we put in place by store location. I think local law enforcement being staffed and being a good partner is part of that equation, and that's normally how we approach it.
But there have been rules that have been changed that make it not something that the police are going to prosecute, or that the criminals won't be prosecuted below certain levels. Does that matter?
If that's not corrected over time, prices will be higher. Right. And or stores will close.
And how much of that, though, do you have to go state by state and actually work on that issue? I mean, you see videos now. I just saw a video of some burglars in the Apple store, just literally just taking everything that they could. And the Apple employees were told, stand back and just let it all happen. And maybe that's the right decision in the moment, but clearly there's something larger going on.
It's really city by city, location by location. It's store managers working with local law enforcement, and we've got great relationships there for the most part, and that's the way we approach it.
So what would you like to see? What are the measures that, from the Walmart perspective and the Business Roundtable perspective,
overall?
Business Roundtable perspective, that you'd like to see policymakers working on right now?
It's just policy consistency and clarity, so that we can make capital investments with some vision.
Good luck.
That would be nice.
So okay, where everyone, you even have CNBC admitting how bad the issues are getting, with, like I was talking about, with people just going out there, taking whatever they want, like what we're seeing, the new laws in California, where if they steal under $900 worth of goods, they're not going to get prosecuted at all. And you did see the Walmart CEO say there that, okay, this is going to be the case. We'll expect price hikes and more store closures. And obviously what this is going to mean is there's going to be more stores closed in high crime areas. But let's dig a bit deeper into this report, everyone. So Walmart stores across the US are grappling with an uptick in shoplifting that could lead to higher prices and closed stores if the problems persist, he warned. And he admits here it's higher than what it's historically been. We've got safety measures, security measures that we've put in place by store location. I think local law enforcement being staffed and being a good partner is part of that equation. And that's normally how we've approached it, he said. While we've had a lot of people calling in certain cities and certain areas, they've been calling to defund the police. Well, now we're seeing the consequences of this. But it's not just Walmart that is also having the same issue. Other big retailers are facing this issue as well. Listen to this. Walmart isn't the only big box retailer dealing with an uptick in theft. Last month's Target chief financial officer said shoplifting had jumped about 50% year over year, leading to more than $400 million in losses in this fiscal year alone. That's absolutely insane, everyone. Shoplifting is up 50% and they've had $400 million in losses. What this is going to cause is these retailers to go bust. They simply can't afford, their margins are so low to have this huge amount of shoplifting that's going on. And what do you think is going to happen when we enter into an official recession, or when a depression comes, when people can't afford to eat, when people can't afford to pay their gas, their heating bill, etc.? We're going to see shoplifting go up through the roof. And they're saying here that it's now starting to get more and more organized, not just petty theft. When asked on Tuesday about how local jurisdictions handle these shoplifting shoplifting cases, McMillan said a lack approach from prosecutors could impact prices and lead to store closures down the line. If that's not corrected over time, prices will be higher and stores will close. So the reason why I'm covering this story, everyone, is because we're now all about to pay the price for local governments not being hard on these criminals. If they keep on getting away with this, we're going to pay for this with higher grocery prices, and what that means for the markets is inflation is going to get worse, and all these retailers, when they announce earnings, they're going to have huge losses on their balance sheets, and I expect their stocks are going to fall even more, especially once the recession gets worse and people start to, do runs on the stores just to be able to get food to eat, because they're not going to be able to afford it if these prices keep going up. But everyone, what do you think about this? Are you starting to see these scenarios happen in your area? Let me know down below. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.